All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahushai, Ba Hashem Rakak Kwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all you Akim out there that's pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. All right. America is Mount Seir. All right, as you see on the screen. Okay, the same architect, that was in Mount Seir. You can see it in the D.C., Great Britain, and Rome. All right, proving that these Edomites, all right, come in the spirit, in that same exact spirit. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man, all right, is Esau. All right, and here's actual proof. You're looking at it right here on the screen. All right, and this is how we know that Mount Seir today would be America. Okay, and all the different parts of the world where the Edomites dwell, man, because as you see, Rome, Great Britain, D.C., France, Germany, these different lands that have the same type of style and architecture and whatnot, proving that this so-called white man is the Edomite. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, starting at the top. Moreover, the word of Yahweh Shemel Shah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right. And that's what we're doing. We're prophesying against Edom. All right. The so-called white man. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. All right, and that's going into destruction, because the so-called white man's future is nuclear destruction, man. All right, wherever the Edomite dwells around the world, his infrastructure will be destroyed. Verse 4: I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right? And those are the requirements that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has for these devils, man. They got to pay for the bloodshed of the nation of Israel, man. All right? As the scripture said, since they didn't hate it, blood shall pursue them. Verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. All right. So total destruction is coming to America. All right. And in the different parts of the world where the Edomites dwell, man. All right. It says, verse 8. I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys and all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. It says, verse 10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. Whereas Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was there, man. And those two nations represent the northern and southern kingdom. All right, because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're oppressed by this devil in America today. All right, and those so-called Israelis, those fake Jews in the land of Israel, they're occupying that land today. All right, because it says these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. All right, and that's what the Jew has done. The so-called Jew has possessed our land, man. All right, and this is the prophecy being played out. It says, whereas Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was there, therefore as I live, saith the Lord power, I will do according to thy anger, and according to thy envy which thou hast had used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. All right. And that's what's coming to America, man. All right. And that's how we know in the spirit, when you read Ezekiel 35, that Mount Seir represents America and in the different lands, all right, that the Edomites occupy across the world, man. All right. And the future is death and destruction to this devil, man. All right. So you can't get around these scriptures, man. All right. And the evidence is clear, as you see it on the screen, man. All right. Like I said, I wanted to do this lesson to be quick. I hope that was edifying. Before I close out, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all Yakim out there that's pushing. Shalom.